Hi folks, today I'm going to be showing you my Ruger Super Blackhawk. Aw yeah. It's pretty nice. I guess I'll go over like a little review of it or whatever. It is a 44 Magnum, obviously, but I think you probably know that if you're looking up this video. You can find that on Wikipedia. A few facts about this gun. It has a unfluted cylinder, and I think that's kind of cool because it adds a lot of weight to it. And you can see here how it doesn't have the little grooves or whatever you normally see on most revolvers. And I think that's kind of cool because, for one, you can get engraving work done on this with a lot more surface area to put engravings on it, if that's what you're into. And it also adds weight to the gun and presumably strength, meaning the cylinder is higher quality, basically, in terms of power, or durability, I guess you'd call it. The Super Blackhawk also has rosewood, on camera, rosewood grips. Can't really see it very well there, but really nice wooden grips. Now, if you get like a regular Blackhawk, one of the problems with that one is it has kind of like plasticky looking grips. I don't know, I don't like them. Looks stupid. And if you want good grips like these rosewood ones, you have to pay for aftermarket ones, and you have to get the right size, and yeah, it costs you more money. It's stupid. So I think the better deal is on the Super Blackhawk. Mine in particular is stainless steel, obviously, has a 7.5-inch barrel, and the squared off, see that little squared off trigger guard. And one of the problems with the squared off trigger guard is if you're, let me see if you can show you that. If you're kind of holding it like that, when you fire the gun, it can kind of, shit, I suck with cameras, kind of dig into your finger a bit. If you have your hands like that, I guess that would be better to prevent that, but I don't know, I like to hold it like that. So it kind of hurts a bit. It's not too bad. The recoil is severe. Obviously, it's a 44 Magnum, but if you shoot 44 Special, it's much better. But, yeah, it has a lot of power. Use the cylinder gate. Let me get this right. And then you can see unloaded for all you nitpicky people out there. The trigger, smooth. And then, of course, to decock it, back, slowly put the hammer down. It comes with adjustable sights, so you have a little screw thingy. Yeah, I guess you'd use a screwdriver on it to adjust it. Now, I've only had this for a little while, but I can already tell you it's awesome. It's my first handgun that I've owned personally, and I'm quite satisfied with it. It's a pretty high powered for a first handgun, so if you're looking for something lighter, don't get a 44 Magnum. It's hell of a kick. But if you're a person who wants to take something hunting, this can't be beat. The ammo it uses is the 44 Magnum. I have a semi-jacketed hollow point here, and I was shooting at a tree earlier, and I was ripping huge chunks out of the bark on the side. I think it was like oak or something. I'm not sure what kind of tree it was, but there was about a 6-inch piece on the side of the tree where it tore through the side because I kind of missed the center of the tree and went through the side of it. But yeah, hell of a lot of power in these 44 Magnums. Uh, I've never hunted with it personally, but I know my granddad took down an elk with one once. So if you're looking for something that can kill game, the 44 Magnum, and especially this, can get the job done. The quality is pretty good. Uh, the cylinder, it doesn't have any wiggle, it doesn't go back and forth, it's really firmly in the frame of the gun, so you don't have to worry about like crappy, shoddy workmanship revolvers that jiggle a lot when you use them. Some of my complaints, as I've already said, I dislike the squared trigger guard. On the front ramp sight, it works good enough, but the problem is it's all black, so it doesn't have really a lot of good contrast, especially if you're shooting at something dark. And so it's kind of hard to like make out the background or whatever. But I'm probably gonna take some red fingernail polish and put it on the top there to give it better contrast, with the background. Because I think they should have put red or something on there when they made it. That would have been better. I know a lot of guns do that, and I've used them, and it's better. It is a very heavy gun. If you're looking for something that's lightweight, this is not it. So if you were like carrying this around, it can get pretty heavy. I think it's something like 48 ounces or something, which is 16, 24, 30, 40, like 4 pounds. So it's a hefty gun. The single action on it, and it is only single action, it's quite nice. It has a nice little, what do you call it, a spur on the hammer. And it, I don't know, it just feels good in your hand. It has a lot of good grip to it, but you have to be careful when you're decocking it because it can slip and, if it's loaded, it would go off. It's a very good looking gun. Single action, as I said, pulling the trigger does not do anything unless you have the hammer back. And you can carry this on all 6 rounds. Any of you know revolver history, some of the ye old fashioned revolvers, if you carry it with 6 rounds and the hammer, it gets struck, the gun can fire, because that's where the firing pin, or whatever, it hit the primer, was on the hammer itself. But this thingy, let's see if you can see this, it has like see that little bar? Yeah, that little bar. That's called the transfer bar, and that basically acts as like a drop safety, and so the gun can only fire if the hammer is pulled back and you pull the trigger with your finger. So if you drop it and it hits something like that, it's not going to fire, things like that can happen. So it's safe to carry on with all the chambers loaded. But overall, it is a hell of a badass gun. Lots of kick, but I would recommend it for hunting or just for, well, feeling like a badass, because frankly, I feel like a badass owning this. And yeah, that's my review. I give it 4 out of 5 stars, taking 1 star off because I don't really like the little squared off trigger guard, and they probably should have put red on the front ramp sight to give it better contrast. But other than that, it's solid build, high quality, rosewood grips for no extra cost, which I like instead of that shitty rubber stuff. And you get 6 rounds of 44 Magnum that it's capable of firing. Easy disassembly. You just push a little pin here, and you can pull that up and take the cylinder out. It's simple. Easy maintenance. But yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. And I would recommend it to other people. It is a hell of a good gun, and it's huge too. It's fucking gigantic. It's like, I am all that is man. Yeah, anyways, that's my review.